Chuck Todd's analysis of the college football playoff (CFP) selection process underscores the decision to leave Alabama out of the top 4 as the right one, steering the process away from controversy. He particularly commends the committee's choice to reward SMU for reaching its conference championship game, even though it lost. This decision was critical in preventing a problematic precedent of selecting teams that did not win their conference or had multiple losses, like Alabama, over teams that had a stronger overall record but faced tough competition in conference championships. Todd notes that the committee's decision, which included Clemson's clutch win in the ACC championship, essentially made the debate about Alabama's inclusion moot. However, Todd raises a point of concern regarding how the CFP is structured and whether it primarily benefits the biggest and most powerful football programs, particularly those in the SEC and Big Ten. He questions whether the expansion of the CFP is truly intended to give a fairer representation to more teams across all conferences, or whether it's just another way to amplify the influence of the two largest conferences. He draws attention to the continuous discussion around the challenging SEC schedule, though he emphasizes that other conferences also have their own difficult venues and tough road games, which often get overlooked in the analysis. Another aspect Todd explores is the financial weight carried by SEC programs, which are among the richest in the sport. This immense financial power contributes to their dominance. But Todd points out that simply having the best resources or talent doesn't always guarantee the best team. He argues that football is a game where coaching and strategy often outweigh sheer physical advantages, and the CFP should reflect that diversity and competition. Todd's remarks reflect a broader concern that the CFP may inadvertently reinforce the prestige of the SEC and Big Ten rather than create a more equitable playoff field. Looking ahead, Todd suggests that the 2025 season will be the last under the current 4-team playoff format, with potential expansion to a 16-team system starting in 2026. He believes such an expansion would generate more excitement and give more teams a fair shot at competing for a national championship. In this expanded format, Todd proposes a model where teams are ranked by merit rather than conference affiliation, which would help level the playing field and create a more dynamic and competitive postseason. In his hypothetical 16-team playoff, Todd imagines a system where conferences like the SEC and Big Ten would still dominate, but the overall inclusion of teams from the ACC, Big 12, Mountain West, and AAC would give a more diverse group of teams an opportunity to compete for the title. For example, he envisions a first-round matchup between Oregon and Army, Georgia and Clemson, and Texas and Ole Miss, all showcasing exciting possibilities for a broader range of fanbases. Todd concludes by noting that such a 16-team playoff would likely end the majority of complaints about the selection process and would make the postseason more inclusive and representative of the college football landscape as a whole. This vision of a more equitable playoff system is seen as an antidote to decades of dissatisfaction with the CFP. And Todd's analysis points to the need for a fairer, merit-based system that would benefit the entire sport, not just its biggest programs.